for the
Posterity.
old YouTube. Yeah, for posterity, if you got posterity, or YouTube, if you have access to YouTube. And we have more people joining us. They're live. So with that said, I think, Ed Rubin, you know what to do. It's the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. We did it, you guys. We're here. It's the talk show that everybody's talking about on Zoom, all across the Zoom sphere. It's going to be a great show tonight. We actually have one of the big headliners of Zoom. He calls everybody a headliner, but we had Gorman tonight, you guys.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We also have Gabriel Knightfall, is one of our biggest friends of the show, and so very happy to have him on to find out what he's been up to. And it's going to be an awesome show. Yeah. Thank you guys for everybody. Thanks for people that are watching live. We are taking comments and questions live, so feel free to say what's on your mind while throughout the show. We'll do our best to read it. And this is the talk show, and we do this every Fridays for those of you who are just watching this for the first time. And we interview comedians. We do all kinds of comedy here. We do a little bit of sketch. We do a little bit of improv. We do regular stand-up. We do everything. So it's a comprehensive talk show, I think. Comedy show. Yes. I'd like to call it comprehensive. All right. So we always start the week off as we always do with some news of the world, and so trying to sort of get us all on the same page about what has been happening in this world that we live in. So let me delve right into the news of the world. All right. So interesting news this week. Kanye West says that he has not decided if he'll run for president again in 2024. The rapper and fashion icon told the Federal Election Commission that he's still figuring out his political career. Okay, but he says that if he does run, he will use that slogan again, which I don't know if you guys remember. It was Yeezy, we can. Yeezy, we can. That's his slogan. He's going to use it again in 2024 if he decides to run. All right. Scientists say that women who unknowingly wake up in the middle of the night because of noise or other things have twice the risk of early death compared to women who sleep peacefully. This phenomenon, it says here, it's called unconscious wakefulness. I didn't even know this was a thing, but it's apparently so harmful that it's even worse than the other leading cause of bedtime stress amongst women, and that is male flatulence. Male flatulence, apparently, according to my wife, it's sending her to an early grave. So, women beware of that. Texas lawmakers passed a bill on Thursday that would ban all abortions after 6 weeks, which is before, many women even know that they're pregnant. And it would also allow private citizens to enforce the rule by suing doctors who perform abortion. So this is getting quite serious. Now, as you can see from this photo here, most of the proponents of this legislation appear to be older white women, which is why the bill now has a nickname, and that is the Karen Cares Act. And especially, I don't know if you can tell, but the lead Karen is this one right here. You can see she's got that. Yeah. Wow, she's got that. Wow, I told you so kind of look, Or I guess I don't know. You call that the side eye? Is that what we call that? The side eye?
That's not really a side eye. That's like a stroke eye. Yeah,
stroke eye.
Yeah. That's a bad look. That's all I can say. It's a bad look.
It's an interesting, and then you got this woman over here. She's doing a side eye thing too, looking out the side, and I don't know. And it's just what an interesting group here. All right. A 224-pound Russian woman faces some heavy-duty justice for sitting on her husband and strangling him to death with her massive buttocks during a dispute. Yes. So I wrote here, it's death by lady butt. The investigators say that she was mad at her husband because she suspected him of cheating, even though he told her he was innocent. He kept saying, but.
Death by lady butt. That sounds like a chapter of Game of Thrones.
Sounds like somebody that was sucking on too many Virginia Slims.
Oh yeah.
Not a great way to die, I guess. Last story of the night.
Unless you're into that kind of thing.
Hey, or it's a great way to die.
Yeah, exactly. Some people pay for that type of experience.
Last story of the night. Olympic Australian snowboarding star Tora Bright is calling on moms everywhere to support one another after she received backlash for sharing a partially nude breastfeeding photo, which you can see here. And so now, look, for me personally, I'm okay with this photo, okay? Especially when you consider she's Australian and they do everything from down under. Literally down under in this case.
I wish you would have did another shrimp on the booby joke.
Shrimp on the shrimp on the booby. And that was the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour News of the Week. Give it up for me for always putting together those stories. And it's fun, though. I enjoy doing it. And speaking of things that I enjoy doing, we have Joe Gorman here, you guys. I said that weird.
Hey.
I said that weird. What I meant was things that I enjoy. Joe's Cool Mike's Joe Gorman. I didn't meant doing Joe Gorman. I meant doing Joe Gorman's Cool Mike. Guys, welcome
Hilarious
to the show.
misunderstanding.
What up, Joe?
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Tommy, thank you for having me. Happy Friday, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, man. We had a conflict for many weeks because.
Sorry, my internet's kind of crappy.
We're hearing you okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that again?
Well, no, we had many months we tried to get you on your show, but you had a Friday Joe's Cool Mike for a while.
We did, and now like the appeal of performing on a Friday night open mic has diminished, and people want to start going outside and contracting COVID-19 in person. So I decided to discontinue the Friday night mic and instead hang out with my dear friend Tommy.
There you go.
Yeah.
I consider you a dear friend too, Joe. I mean, if I ever go to New York, just like Mudit did recently, Mudit Berman was on the show, I'm going to look up Joe Gorman. That's like the first thing I'm going to do when I get to New York City.
Yeah, man, just stop by any open mic. That's how he found me. He was just at open mics, and it's like, yeah, I'm there, man. I'll be there. You know, you got to get good. Got to keep doing it.
Well, so now, Joe, I never really got a chance. I mean, I've talked to you a little bit like before the Cool Mics, but I never really got your story. I think one of the things, now I know you've been doing comedy for like a decade, or I know it's close to that. You've been doing this quite a while. Mm-hmm. And I suppose the thing that I'm always curious that I never got to ask you is, you started in San Francisco.
Right.
And then at some point you moved over to New York. And I know you're trying to move upwards, but and then certainly New York is kind of an upwards move in comedy circles. But I mean, why did you move to New York, and what's your tell me a little bit more about your career. And one thing we always want to know on the show is what got people into comedy in the first place.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Comedy's just like an awesome thing. When I was like a kid, I wanted to be a cartoonist. I wanted to either like publish like a comic on like the Sunday strips or publish my own comic book, stuff like that. So I was always drawing and stuff. So, and then in high school, I got into theater and improv. And so it was kind of like a natural progression because I've always known that I wanted to entertain people to some capacity, and stand-up comedy I think was like the perfect amalgamation of being entertaining but still being on stage, still being able to get that instant response from the audience for what you say. And yeah, I started in San Francisco. I got kind of serious about doing stand-up comedy. I started like stand-up comedy in arguably like in high school when I was doing occasional stand-up gigs here and there, but I really started making a serious go of it in about 2012 of consistently going out and recording my sets and being proactive about getting stage time and working on it and improving and applying to festivals and all of that. And so then in 2018, my day job had an opening at the New York office. And I was one of the more senior members at the company. And they decided instead of hiring a new person and training them in the New York office, if it would be easier to transfer one of the employees from the San Francisco office and have them take over the New York office. And that was always, one of the goals. And when you start doing stand-up comedy, if you get serious about stand-up comedy, and, post-pandemic world might be a little bit different, but in 2018, if you really wanted to take it to the next level, you either go to Los Angeles or New York City.
Right.
And the general consensus is you go to LA if you want more television appearances, if you want to kind of get in at the industry, and you go to New York if you want to improve as a comedian and get more paying work as a stand-up comedian.
Right.
So I was lucky that in just like the couple decades I've been doing comedy in San Francisco, I had enough connections in New York that it was a fairly smooth transition over. And a lot of it is just like going out to open mics and ingraining yourself in the scene out there. Like there's no way. There were so many people that moved to New York and they thought it was like, transferring a day job where you just go to a club and you hand them in your resume and they say, oh, well, I've done this and this and this. Sure, please. And they're like, no, it doesn't work that way. So that can be disheartening for a lot of people, especially the people that have invested so much time in the scene. It's like, well, why would I go to New York and have to start over as an open mic host when I can be a headliner here, film my own stuff and produce it on the internet? I think that's part of why there was such a big exodus from New York and LA when COVID hit, was because people started producing more things like the Tommy Feldman show over here internationally.
There you go. Well, no, I appreciate that, and I think you and I are sort of kindred spirits in a sense, in that we realized that the best thing to do is just do your own show online for now, at least. Yeah. Until the real thing happens again. I actually, so I'm in the same situation as you, but I think, Joe, your story is a little bit interesting because your day job was able to send you to New York. Yeah, you got really lucky with that. You hear a lot
incredibly
of
lucky.
Just give it all up and go to New York, right? You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And that was like one of my biggest concerns was, like, oh, not only do I have to find a house, I would have to find like a new job, and savings goes fast. It takes it's funny because you think like the amount of time it takes to save that money is the amount of time it takes to spend it, and it's absolutely not the case. I was worried about that, so when the opportunity came for me to move, it's like, okay, well, the job is taken care of, so all I really need to do is find a place. And once that fell in, like once it was all serendipitous, I shipped all of my stuff. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have like a room's worth of stuff. Like every time I need to move, I'll just buy a new bed. At this rate, it's not worth it to like a lot of this. It's like you're supposed to change your mattress every few years anyway, so why it's like just get a new bed. That's always been my anything that you can replace and is a better investment to replace, go ahead and do it. So I only had I would say 5 boxes of things, so I just shipped it to my new place in New York. And I lived out of a suitcase for the last couple of weeks in San Francisco as I was saying my goodbyes and everything. And then, when I landed, all of my stuff was already good to go. I just had to unpack everything. I ordered a bed in advance, so I was all taken care of. It was and I've never looked back since.
Excellent. Well, before the pandemic hit, you had like, I guess, a year or year and a half, 2 years of New York comedy.
About 2 years, yeah. And in that time, I started running my own open mic at the Creek in the Cave in Long Island City on Tuesday nights.
All right.
I was helping my old roommate run one of her showcases at Beauty Bar on Lower East Side. So there was enough going on, and I was getting booked probably like 2 to 3 showcases a week, and it was easy to go up and do multiple sets every night where I'd leave my house at 8 a.m., get back around like midnight, work a full day, and then go out and do mics from like like late afternoon to late evening. You could do up to 5 mics if you really like paced yourself, and if you caught all the trains and if everything just lined up perfectly, you'd be set.
So for people that are watching, so I alluded to this earlier, but Joe runs a lot of Zoom mics, and so I guess and maybe some of the people who are watching are from Displaced Comedians, or a lot of Zoom comics know who you are, and so how's it going now for you? Do you feel like sort of the Zoom comedy is as you go back to look to do stuff again in New York, do you feel like they're connecting? There's some synergies now between what you've been doing on Zoom?
I do. I think it helped keep some of the rust away from live performance, because you're even if like it's a Zoom mic, people will say it's not the same. It's like, well, you still have to maintain people's attention. And, if something's funny, you'll see like a reaction or you'll hear a laugh. So it's harder to get a laugh because there's less of a connection, but that also means the laugh is more justified if it was able to like, go through the radio waves. I definitely think it helps because I've seen, in my time back, I've seen some comedians and they're saying, oh, this is my first time on stage in like a year and 3 months.
Yeah.
And they haven't been doing Zoom comedy. They haven't really even been writing. And they're talking about like pre-pandemic life.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, like I heard you talk about this stuff like before this plague fucking almost killed us. So you didn't have any thoughts at all this past, with all this. It's also funny because, comedians always say like, oh, if I only had more time to write, I could just sit down and write. And it's like, okay, you have unlimited, you have all the time in the world, and they didn't. Everyone just got fat.
So Joe, so Rich, you said that you're characterizing that's exactly him.
Absolutely not. Look at that guy's strong traps. He was probably like powerlifting and stuff, doing diamond push-ups in his room, just getting completely jacked, just shredded.
So now I know you from your Zoom mics and your Zoom shows. I know you're a very funny guy, and I wanted to play a clip of yours.
Yeah, go
comedy,
for it.
and I found a clip. And well, so this is with your permission, of course. I'm not going to go ahead and but I found this clip from the setup, which is a pretty. I don't know how to play it now, but I thought we might play a couple of minutes from this because what I like about this clip is you come out as the super high energy, which sometimes it depends on how you are on a certain given week, but usually you're pretty high energy. So I thought this was a good set.
Yeah,
so, be all right if we play it.
Of course, yeah, go for it. This is pre-mustache, so this goes to show you how fundamentally changed everyone has been during quarantine.
Also, well, I'll play the video and then we'll talk about some of the things you say in it, which are almost like foreshadowing, if you will. You'll know what I mean in a minute. Let's just play. So let's play some. Hold on a minute here, and I always forget to do this, Joe. I always forget to share the sound. All right, here we go.
Oh, no problem, man.
All right, here we go. So
strap in, fellas.
Joe Gorman at the Setup in San Francisco, stand-up comedy. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Hell yeah, man. Saturday night, let's do it, man. We're living it up, watching live stand-up comedy, man. Comedy the way it was meant to be watched. In person, not through your ex-girlfriend's stolen Netflix account.
Wow.
A little cyber terrorism because you didn't change the password. Like, oh, Sandra Bullock movie, 1-star rating. You know? Stone Cold Steve Austin movie, 5-star rating. Let's go ahead and switch that up, man. That's what's up. I love doing comedy. It's keeping me out and about, you know? It's 8:35 p.m. You're telling me I wouldn't rather be at home right now? Rocking an avocado night mask, just opening these pores the fuck up? Get out of town, man. I'd be all about that shit. But I got my comedian's blood oath to be here right now, inspiring everyone, getting everyone all fired up, you know? But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about going home. Maybe slipping into something a little more comfortable. Like an XXL shirt that modestly hangs below my knee so there's no need for pants. Oh, hell yeah. There are some benefits to being 5'4". Ladies, am I right? Hell yeah, man. I got the XXL shirt, rocking an avocado night mask, eating dark chocolate because I read they were high in antioxidants. Why the fuck would Oprah lie to me? And I'm earning the greatest adrenaline rush known to modern man, which is filling my Amazon shopping cart up just enough to qualify for free shipping, huh? Who's behind me? Who doesn't have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
That was good shit.
Wow, thank you. Wow, really makes you think, man. Really puts. I now have an Amazon Prime account. Things have changed.
Well, but the interesting, what I thought was very funny was the interesting you mentioned about like, wouldn't it be funny that I'd rather be at home? Stand-up comedy was meant for live. You know, like everything you said you could reflect on that now.
I would get in trouble for saying those things now because now comedy has been redefined as so many things. But it's funny because like, you know, even now it's 8:30 p.m. in New York right now, and like I'm getting sleepy. It's funny because like my whole every now, you know, like with Zoom comedy, you can do like a mic or a showcase at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And it's huge because there's an international audience. And because of that, it's like, well, there's not really a whole lot going on at 8 p.m. my time. I can, you know, call it an early night. So now it's funny because like now since this whole lockdown, I've been getting up like close to like 6 a.m. more natural, but then I've also been getting exhausted around 9 p.m. in the evening. And with like comedy's a young night owls game. So I gotta make that switch back to be out and about as stuff continues to reopen in New York. Showcases start at like 8 o'clock, man. And if you're doing 2 shows, it's like you're gonna be out till midnight. So
hey, I wanted to ask a quick question, Joe. This is probably now that, like you said, now that things are opening up, like what if I not as a comedian, just as like an audience member, if I was in New York and I wanted to see cool comedy, like what rooms would you suggest I go to just to watch comedy? Like what would be the coolest place?
Right now there's the Stand in Union Square in New York City. That's an awesome one. It's where a lot of comedians perform. Yes, there is the Comedy Cellar. Like those places have reopened. One of the newer venues that has come around during quarantine is the Tiny Cupboard in Brooklyn. And that's cool because it's a renovated church. So there's an inside area where people can perform, but then on warm nights, you can go up to the roof and perform. And I got to do that last night. They filmed my set. I'm excited to be able to post it pretty soon. It's my first set in a while. And it's great because, you know, I'm on a rooftop, but everything's well lit and you can see the Manhattan skyline in the background. It's really awesome. I would recommend everyone go to it. Yeah. Check that out. All the clubs
that's Tiny Cupboard.
Yeah, the Tiny Cupboard in Brooklyn, and then Old Man Hustle in Long Island City in Brooklyn. Those are also great comedy clubs too. That was my first comedy club back was Old Man Hustle in Brooklyn. Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to perform in front of a live audience, and everyone was excited to be back too. Audiences right now is the time to film a set in front of a live audience because everyone is so hungry for any kind of live performance that they'll lose their mind. You know, I went up last night and I was just, you know, I just did a couple. I've done like the same bits I've been doing on Zoom, but it hits so much harder in front of a live audience because you have an immediate reaction and interaction too. You know, in Zoom sometimes you got to like, hey, can I ask you a question? Like kind of get there because like everyone's fucking watching porn and shit while they're on Zoom, you know. But it's much harder to watch pornography during a live comedy show. Believe me, I know. So they have your attention,
bro.
Yeah,
I got a fast internet connection on my phone.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. You know, I was having like internet stability issues here. So like, that's one thing you don't have to worry about in real life.
So, Joe, before we let you go here, you have anything you wanted to promote as far as upcoming shows, either live or Zoom?
Yeah, well, just I hope people continue to support Joe's Cool Zoom on Wednesday nights. It's the all headliners Zoom open mic. Anyone can join and do a set. I try to welcome everyone and make it available to anyone that's able to access the Zoom link. I encourage everyone to check it out. I will continue to do some shows. I have a show at the Broadway Comedy Club and the Stand coming up in June. I have all of my dates online. The best way to find me is on Instagram or Twitter. I'm at Joe W. Gorman on both. Please check it out. And I do have a podcast that I do with 2 other New York comedians, Robbie Goodwin and Dalton Pruitt. It's called The Loud Boys. Okay. We have a Patreon. We record. We drop 2 episodes a week. We've been getting on Gas Digital. So we've been doing. We've been really growing, and everyone's support is super helpful. So I can quit my job and do comedy and visit Tommy and Eric and everyone in California.
Well, guys, Joe, I we have lots of guests on here all the time telling us about their careers, but I sincerely mean it for you. This is that I do feel that you're going to be successful. I have a feeling about it. So good luck with your comedy.
Thank you.
And thanks for always supporting everybody on the Zoom. Guys, give it up for Joe Gorman for being on the show.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Great show, Tommy.
All right, man. So let us see now. I guess we got Ed here, we got Suresh here. So let's do a little bit of improv activity here. If we can, let's see, figure this out. So for those of you still watching live, thank you for watching. We do a little bit of improv. We try to do improv here on the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. And Erica, you want to do some improv tonight?
Actually, man, I'm not feeling this tonight. I'm sorry, bro.
All right, so let's put them. We'll just do Ed and Suresh. I think that's we haven't.
Did you ask if Joe wanted to do it as well?
Joe,
yeah, because I think like Joe used to do improv, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'll stick around. I'm gonna fight. Like, folks, I did take the COVID vaccine. I'm feeling a little sleepy, but if anything will help make me recover, it's the power of stand-up comedy. I just...
Gabriel, do you want to try out a little improv? It's you just. What we're gonna do is just a game. It's called Questions Only, and we put you in a scenario with a keyword that we pick in advance, and then you have to ask everything in a question format, and then the person that doesn't asks in a question format is out. It's very simple, but you want to?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You want to try it? Okay. All right, guys. So we got our improv team here up on the screen, and let's go to the share the app where we can figure out our oops. Okay, here. So, and we'll get that going here. Where's my? Here we go. Okay. So, Ed, usually you lead us in the selection of our first word. If you're gonna go for a location.
Are we doing all four of us?
You know what? Let's just do two only the first time out, just so that Joe and Gabriel get to see the process. Then the next one we'll do Gabriel and someone, and then Joe and then someone.
So, all right. Sounds good. All right, let's go for the relationship one then.
Okay, cashier and customer. So it's going to be Ed and Suresh, cashier and customer.
So how much does this cost?
Did you ask me how much it costs?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Don't you see the barcode on it, sir?
Wait, there's a barcode on this?
Can't you see it?
I should have checked it out before I came to you, huh?
I think
that really wasn't a question. Is not a question. You said I should have checked it out before I came here. Huh?
Huh.
All right, let's keep Suresh in, and then how about Suresh and Joe? The two of you guys do our next one.
Okay.
So let me bring up our another. So let's go. How about a location?
Okay.
Suresh, is that okay, Joe? We'll do a couple.
Yeah,
let's
do it.
A hot tub. There we go.
All right.
Suresh and Joe in a hot tub.
Ooh, how's the water?
Do you feel it's pretty hot?
Do you have sensitive skin?
Do I have sensitive skin?
Why are you repeating what I just asked?
I should really be knowing the answer to that question, shouldn't I?
What?
I don't. That was barely a set. Yeah.
Is this some kind of interview?
That was not a question.
That was not a question.
Suresh, man.
There should be a rule. It's like you can't have a period and then end with a question mark. You have
to,
yeah.
It should be a proper question.
Huh?
Huh?
You just talk like a Ditsy Valley girl. Everything's a question. All right.
All right. We'll do our last improv. We'll do Ed and Gabriel. Let me go back to the selection.
All right. I'll let Gabriel choose which one of the three buttons he wants.
Gabriel, what would you like?
Whatever the first one is, because I can't really see it from here. So
okay.
Just click something.
All right, we'll do a locate. What? An apiary? Is that where birds hang out? The apiary?
I guess. What if we do another one? Then we don't have to keep wondering. Yeah, let's.
Why don't we start with what is an
hair
apiary?
salon? I like this one. Sir, are you going to remove your cap?
Why should I remove my cap?
Did you notice you're in a hair salon?
What's a hair salon?
Why are you here?
Why don't they have any alcohol in this place?
Did you think it said hair saloon?
When do they bring the menus?
Would you like to see a menu?
What's on the menu?
Do you think you'd like our tea tree treatment?
What kind of tea tree oil do you have?
What type do you like the most?
Which is the smoothest for my skin?
Hey.
Would you believe that it depends who puts it on you?
So who's putting on the oil tonight?
Would you like to see your choices?
Who's working tonight?
Nice.
Would you like to meet Wendy?
When does Wendy get here?
Would you believe that she first has to sandpaper her fingers?
Why does she have to sandpaper her finger?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Nice.
When is she going to bring me a beer?
When are you finally going to get your wallet out?
When Biden sends me my check. Oh!
Oh, good job, guys.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Man,
All right. Well, let's give it up.
You guys are definitely in
players.
the
Great
future.
job, you guys. Excellent,
Hey.
excellent improvisational comedy on Zoom, which is always difficult to do. And since Gabriel's already highlighted, why don't we just go right into interviewing Gabriel Knightfall, you guys. Guys, give it up for Gabriel Knightfall for coming on the show.
what up, homie?
Now, Gabriel, you're a unique guest in several ways. First of all, you are an artist, but not what we usually do. Comedians, you do an artist in other ways. I saw on your profile, it said that you do some podcasting, some music, all kinds of things. We don't really, this is my first time meeting you. So Gabriel, tell us a little about yourself and what kind of projects you work on.
Yeah, I do. I'm a video game streamer. I do voiceover, acting for like cartoon characters on my gaming channel, podcasting. And then when I live stream, I get it's comedy, but like drunken comedy, because I just get really drunk and then I just act crazy and people find it funny. It's like unscripted, so I don't know. I guess it's just improv, drunken comedy. And
all right.
The kind of stuff I do. I try to mix a little bit of comedy. I do YouTube, Facebook gaming, stuff like that. So, and podcasting.
I understand from Eric that you actually grew up a little bit together. And so what I am very curious, I don't know if Eric wants to go over this, but I was wondering if you had a little inside information on our business director, Eric Hooten.
Yeah,
childhood.
I regret nothing, dude. I regret nothing. Also, snitches get stitches, dog. No, I'm just kidding.
You already see it. Eric's the best. I mean, Nintendo, he represents that. We used to play in 64 back in the day.
All the time.
And, he's also a great artist. He raps, plays drums, and he does comedy. So he also has a lot of talent. That's about it. And we like to sip beer. So that's pretty much
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I was gonna try to pull up some of your stuff, but I mean, is there sort of anything that you wanted to highlight, or maybe you want me to show everybody on the screen, or is there? We always give people a chance to promote some stuff. So is there anything that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I'm working. I mean, I got the podcast, Zompire Hour Radio, do a lot of stuff on there. And then my Facebook gaming page, Drunk Wizard Gaming. Those are the main things I'm working on now. All the other stuff's like old stuff. It's not really, new stuff. It's like old YouTube stuff and old live streaming stuff on Facebook.
Excellent. Well, Gabriel, one thing that's awesome is that you always show up to support the show, and you always make good comments and stuff. So, I just wanted to publicly thank you for always supporting the show. We do really appreciate that. Does anybody, Eric or anybody else, have questions for Gabriel?
I was going to ask you, Gabriel, when you do like your gaming live streaming, is it ever like on Twitch or anything like that?
No, it's right here on Facebook Gaming.
Okay, right on.
Drunk Wizard Gaming. Yeah, I have a Twitch, but I've been trying to build here on Facebook because they pay more for the views.
Yeah.
because Twitch is more based on donations, and since I'm not like a hot chick, I'm not getting no donations. Keep it real, you know. So yeah.
All right, then my last question is, what's your favorite Zelda game?
Ocarina of Time.
Oh, that's right. That's the right answer, dog. Hell yeah, son.
4.
Yeah. Right on. Good stuff.
All right. Well, Gabriel, appreciate it. You're here. We support you, and it's great that you support us. Don't go anywhere because you're going to be part of the quiz show. So this is your first time playing the quiz show live. So definitely looking forward to that. So guys, give it up for Gabriel Knightfall for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, son.
And let us find our business manager and add him to the spotlight. Now, it's very difficult to run a podcast or a show of any kind, and you do really need to have support. You have to have both community support and you have to have financial support. And there's only one person that I know who has the business acumen to go out there and find those sponsors, and that is Eric Newton. You guys give it up for Eric Newton for sponsors every week.
That's correct. And I have to appreciate you so much, Tommy, for letting people know how hard it is to go out there and constantly ask people to give us money so we can do this every Friday. But hey, they're listening to us. They're giving us money. So we're going to keep spending it to entertain people every Friday. However, this week, it was hard for me to get out there and grind as hard as I do. Only have one brand new sponsor for you guys this week, but it's a really exciting one. This week, we have the well-known brand Coca-Cola. All right. Dude, I mean, American. Did you know that the number 2 words recognized across the entire world is okay and Coca-Cola? That's crazy. It's that well known. I mean, everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Coke products. I love all the different stuff they have to offer. But for me, the original, the first Coke, like that was the best stuff. That was the best one. Actually, I like it so much I've started to make my own, right? And like, I can't really tell you all the ingredients that I put to make the original Coke. I'll just say to make a 6-pack of original Coke costs about $12,000. But anyway, if you want to know how to do it, I mean, feel free, hit us up on the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour, and I'll be back next week with some brand new sponsors for you guys.
All right, guys, give it up for Eric.
Way to put the happy in happy hour, Eric.
All right, so we were going to have a third guest on tonight, but she did not appear. So I guess we'll go straight to the quiz show. I guess we could do an extended quiz show, maybe a little bit longer, because I always have more stuff to show you guys.
You should do 3 minutes of stand-up, Tommy.
You want me to do a little stand-up?
Yeah. Stand-up, dog. Yeah. Woo!
Woo! Woo! You want me to tell some stand-up jokes?
Yeah.
How about I just tell you some one-liners?
All right, cool.
What is Donald Trump's favorite amusement park? Great America.
Yeah.
What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef.
Yeah.
What do you call cheese that doesn't belong to you? Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Oh man! Until you did that one, I was gonna be like, "Dude, your kids write all your jokes for you."
Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. Everybody hates it as a stand-up when people say, "Okay, tell me a joke, right?"
Yep.
We don't have a joke at the ready, or if we do, it might not be for the right audience. But when you have kids, you must have dad jokes at the ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of whether you're a comedian or not, you must have dad jokes ready to go. So that's why I always have a few. All right. I do have some pretty cool commercials set up for tonight. So for those of you who are still watching live, and there are several of you, we do have a quiz show here on the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. And what we do is we play commercials from Japan. And this is because I used to live back in Japan back in the day. And one of the things that impressed me about Japanese culture is that they have the best comedy. A lot of it is slapstick, and it comes out in their commercials. And they're really weird commercials sometimes that have nothing to do with the product. And they're just really funny by themselves. And I was always thinking of a way to incorporate that into the show. And I finally decided, well, you know what? Let's do it as a quiz. We'll play the commercials halfway and let the comedians, the guests, try to figure out, okay, well, what is this a commercial about? And it's usually pretty funny. And comedians, Joe, and guests, Joe and Gabriel, they don't have to be real guests. You could just, make it up, or you could try to be serious and try to win if you want, or get the questions right. And so that's how it works. So let's get right into it. We have some pretty cool commercials queued up for tonight. If I could find my, here we go. Okay, so guests go first. So Gabriel and Joe, you get the first pick at what the commercial could be, and then we go to the Facebook audience. We've got 3 of you still watching us, so you get the second, and then we go back to our regulars. Ed and Suresh can make a guess, and we go to them last because they're ringers. They kind of know what to look for now in these Japanese commercials, so that's why they go last. All right, so with that, let us bring up our first commercial of the night, and I think you're going to enjoy this because it's a little bit of a pop culture reference as well. So let's go for the first commercial.
Interesting.
I have a car. I have a futenya. Futenya ka. I have Mika. I have a mochi. Shogatsu ka.
Shogatsu-kan. Okay.
Shogatsu-kan.
Let's go to Gabriel. What do you think this is a commercial for?
Yeah, this has got to be a commercial for cat food.
Yeah.
Cat food. Fancy cat food.
Yeah.
Fancy cat food because it comes in a nice can and everything. And a little bit of, if you picked up on the mochi, a little mochi in there.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you think it's a commercial for?
I thought it was like luxury, like bird houses and cat carriers and stuff like for your pets.
Pamper your cat.
Yeah.
Pamper your cat. Okay, Facebook, any guesses? Facebook, people watching live and no guesses? No? Okay. Then let us go to Eric. What do you think, Eric?
Hey, can you run it back real quick?
Sure.
I need to see it again.
You like that music, I can tell you.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
A little bit.
I have a car. I have a futenya. Futenya ka. I have Mika. I have a mochi. Shogatsu ka.
Is it some kind of like an advertising service or a company? Like, hey, we'll make this package for your
well, you're getting
product.
closer in that it is a service. It is it's definitely a service, but not that kind of service.
Okay.
Ed?
I am totally befuddled. I'm gonna guess. Is it like a shipping company?
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a case where it's really, really far away from what you're seeing here, but you just got to take a guess. Suresh, do you have any ideas?
It's probably coffee then.
Yeah.
No, it's a service though, Suresh. It's a service.
Is it?
I was gonna say like a shipping company also, so sort of like an Amazon where you can buy stuff, but if it's totally different, I have no idea.
Let me play it to the point where like it kind of reveals it a little bit and then see what you guys think.
They open the kimono.
Yeah.
I have a car. I have a futenya. Futenya ka. I have Mika. I have a mochi. Shogatsu ka. Futenya ka. Shogatsu ka. Shogatsu futenya ka.
Y モバイルで
All right.
Oh.
Now.
Oh, T-Mobile cancer. It's like Yahoo Mobile. Y-Mobile. Yahoo Mobile. It actually makes it more confusing for some reason.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is?
I mean, like a phone service, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I'm just,
Oh, nice.
I wanted to make sure, Yahoo Mobile is, it's like a competitor to SoftBank and Docomo and AU. These are the major mobile brands.
What does the can with the cat logo have to do anything with that though?
Okay, so you get this free, product, which is basically it's mochi. It's food. It's a mochi. Mochi and this guy, this cat, his name is Futenya. And he's dressed up in like traditional shogatsu, like New Year's costume. It's quite complicated, but basically the cat is the character, inside is the mochi, and you get it free when you sign up for Yahoo Mobile.
Oh man, They kind of have that. They kind of have that in America. I think Boost Mobile gives you like a free blunt if you sign up.
Free blunt.
If
only that was true. They would do very well.
If my mom wasn't watching, I would tell you what the American mobile companies do.
I mean, a free blunt would
slide in my DMs, Ed. Slide in my DMs. I need to know. I need to know.
Okay, let me see if I can find the next one. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Right after this cup.
Oh, cup noodle. That's my stuff, bro.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what? Well, Eric, you know what? This was that commercial. You know, the one that we showed last time with the samurai guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This one is like in a different country, and he's bouncing around on a pogo stick and stuff. So, but it's the same. It's the same campaign. So right after this is the next commercial. Here we go.
Oh man, it's in the air, boy.
お前さ、よく見ると。
Ooh.
Yuki.
He goes in for the clothes and it didn't happen. So what does it all mean?
So judgmental, isn't he?
Joe, what do you think?
I think it's for gum.
Oh yeah.
That's actually a really good guess.
Yeah.
But it is not for gum. Gabriel, what do you think?
Is it candy?
Is what? Candy?
Yeah, is it candy? No.
It is not candy. No, it is not. It is not candy. It is not gum. Let me see what the regulars think, and then I can give you some more hints. And Facebook, if you're people watching on Facebook, if you got a guess, let me know. Suresh, what do you think? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
I'm muted.
Wow.
So I think like she has oily skin, so maybe it's some sort of like face beauty product or something.
No. It's not in the beauty realm. It's not in the candy realm. Actually, it's not even a product.
Oh.
It's not even a product. He says when he leans in and he goes like this, he goes, snow. That's what he says, snow. So
wow, it's like the Japanese have a different word for everything.
Crazy, right?
Thank you, Steve Martin. Thank you, Steve.
Ed, what do you think?
Well, I had been going for like a Visine or something like that. I'll just say makeup.
I'll give you a little bit more hint. They're at a ski resort and they're having fun. It's definitely related to services. It's related to skiing somewhat, but not skiing itself, but something ancillary to that. If that gives you some ideas. Eric, what do you think?
I think it's a commercial for life insurance. She's about to kill her husband right now. Gonna push him off of that cart any second now. It's gonna be like Allstate,
All right, let's play
nationwide.
Let's play the whole.
Is this for cup of noodles?
We'll play the whole thing and then we'll go to the end and then you guys can, and then I'll give you another chance to.
お前さ、よく見ると。雪。
冬が胸に来た。
JR スキースキー。
All right.
Cold sore medicine.
This is the product. This is it. JR Ski Ski. Can anybody tell me what is JR Ski Ski?
Is it a GPS?
Nope.
Are you looking for your bell to say I was right?
No.
Oh.
It is not GPS. You're looking right at the product or service or whatever.
A car?
Huh?
A train? A car?
Yeah.
What kind of train?
Bullet train.
Oh, nice.
Oh man.
Woo! Joe Gorman, you are now in the end. You have some Japanese.
I'm back, baby. Once again, my love of trains has given me a competitive advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. It is a bullet train, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Shinkansen, as they say in Japan. The thing is, in Japan, when you want to go skiing, it's like 2 hours away only, or 2.5 hours away from Tokyo. And you take the bullet train there, and you could be. It's just fantastic. You could be in the snow from the city to the snow in 2 hours. It's awesome.
Amazing.
That is.
That's one nice.
So why did he say snow again after he touched her face?
Oh well, so she thought he was going in for a kiss, and he, instead of going in for a kiss and saying something sweet to her, he just states the obvious. It's snowing. Like he was kind of a dummy. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. That didn't translate, I guess.
He was smart enough to take the train, though.
All right. Let us go to our next fantastic commercial. If I can find it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Right after this here. All right, so okay, next product right after this ends. Pokey. All right, fancy footwork.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what else was going on in the beginning. I won't tell you guys.
I think I know what it is.
I gave it away.
Tempura udon.
Did you say tempura udon? No, it is not tempura udon.
Tempura.
It is not tempura.
It
is, but you are warm because it is in the food space. Gabriel, what do you think?
It's shrimp.
It is not shrimp. Getting warmer though, because it is from the ocean, and it is something to have as a snack. But it is not. And Niko Lukoff is here, you guys.
Oh hey, what's up?
Oh hey, what's up?
He's visiting us from the upside down. Again. So
I didn't realize the gravity of the situation.
Didn't we do that joke last week? I feel like we just repeated.
I don't know.
So anybody, any regulars, you want to take a guess on this product? I don't know, Niko, if you saw the commercial or not, but
I don't know.
I didn't even see the commercial, but I'm such a good commercial detective because I do this every week now. I think it's like a seaweed wrap or like a seaweed chip or whatever, seaweed snacks.
Not seaweed. In fact, you know what I'll do is I will go ahead and I will just go right to the product so you guys can see it, and then we can. All right, now Ed, what do you think?
Is it like kelp?
Yep.
I know what it is.
All right, Stuart, what is it?
It is a sea churro.
The best animal ever.
It's actually right on the package what it is.
Oh wait, in those Japanese words? No way.
Yeah, well, and also there's an image.
French fry.
Is that like a sardine?
Nope.
It looks like one of those like meal bugs, like
or a squid.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I was gonna
squid
say
when I came
squid.
on. That's what I said. You said, what is it? I said squid.
You said squid?
Yeah, like an hour ago. That's all right.
An hour ago. Okay.
I'm late.
Yeah.
Time marches quickly.
Well, then let us.
An hour ago on a different show, I said squid.
The victory shall be split heretofore betwixt Ed and Niko. I declare thus forth. Guys, squid, it's a thing in Japan. They eat it with like every form you can imagine and dried as a snack. And my son Joe, no coincidence, he loves it. And what he likes to do is he'll eat it and then he'll just breathe on me. Daddy. And he knows I hate that, but it's fun, I guess. Do your kids that do that to you, Niko, or any of you guys that like try to do stuff to annoy you like that? Maybe they do.
They don't try; they just do.
They just do.
All the
Joe,
time.
Are you feeling even worse now? you look
sometimes I get chills. It's weird. It's like, even though it's like super warm here in New York, I'm still getting the chills. Folks, stay away from that Moderna, dude. It's nothing but trouble. I've gone like a year walking around New York without a mask. Ignore this photo behind me, but I went through New York like a year without a mask, and I felt fine, and I got this cure, and now I just feel like I haven't been sick in 5 years. I am not kidding. The only times I've taken sick days from work was when I did not want to go to work, and now I'm fighting for my life. I might die on Tommy Feldman's live stream. This might become a Saw movie all of a sudden.
Actually, I
Keep
feel
rolling.
like I feel like 2 years before COVID ever came out, I got my first flu shot ever, and I swear I think I had I've never been so sick in my life. I think it was COVID. Like the way they explain what happens, I'm like that is what I had, but it was like it was like 2 or 3 years ago. But I never got another flu shot ever again. I was like, it's not worth it, blood. Like
Smart.
I thought, yeah, dude, I literally was about to go to the hospital. I thought I was gonna die. Yeah.
Last commercial of the night. And right after this commercial, and here we go.
今朝はなんだかダーリンゴダーリンゴだるいだるいダーリンゴだる仕事に行くのダーリンゴ
All right. She's feeling like Joe is talking about right now. She's so out of it right now. She can barely crawl.
Is this an ad from Moderna?
Doesn't it look like she's in an American living room in Iowa someplace?
Yeah, for real. That's definitely like an Airbnb in Modesto. For sure.
So Gabriel, what do you think this is a commercial for?
It's like a commercial for like the Japanese NyQuil. Like
oh yeah.
Japanese what?
NyQuil.
NyQuil, Japanese NyQuil. No, there was a hint as to what it's related to in the beginning. I don't know if you caught it.
Apple?
There was an apple.
There's a teacher, some kind of thing like that?
No, that metaphor is more an American thing. So what about you, Joe? What do you think it's a commercial for?
Man, I think it's probably like for some kind of tea in the morning.
Well, getting a little bit warmer in the sense it is a food product, and it definitely kind of gives you some sort of boost, I guess, in some ways, depending on how you look at it. Niko, what do you think?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, getting warmer still. It's definitely something you eat at breakfast. A lot of people like to eat it at breakfast.
Eggs?
Ed, Eric?
I think it's like ginseng flavored milk.
Getting warmer. It's definitely dairy. It's definitely in the dairy industry. Ed?
It's dairy gives you a boost.
A boost. It's good for you.
Oh, okay. A cottage cheese.
Almost there. Let's play all the way through to the actual product, and then you guys can just guess.
Is it regular flavored milk?
It's yogurt.
Or yogurt.
Oh, man.
That's it, you guys. Yeah. So the Japanese, they love yogurt just as much as we do, and
I heard Greeks love yogurt too.
You like to decorate. A lot of people I've met, when you go. Speaking about like how things are decorated, like some people are very Western. The way they have their rooms set up, it looks like could be in a Western home. And then some people are very traditional Japanese, and they have tatami mats and sliding shoji doors and stuff like that. It depends on the house. And that's it, you guys. We made it to 6 o'clock. We did it. We did it. And Joe's still with us, so
we did it.
Didn't
feel better, Joe.
On our show.
Keep fighting that good fight, Joe. Fight that good fight, son.
Keep doing your Zoom mic.
Yeah, we'll keep. Gotta keep living.
Hey, Gabriel, you want to spit some bars before you leave? You spit 8 bars of Knightfall rap.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, we gotta put it down at the Tommy Feldman show. Gotta do my thing. But they wanna take out my soul. Still gotta go. Hit up the liquor store, sipping all up on the photo. That's the way we roll. Yeah, you know when I gotta be putting it down. Play N64 with Eric, and we put it down for comedy. Believe.
Yeah. That's what's up, son.
Woo!
Good shit.
Hi, nice job, Gabriel. Excellent.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Well, so good to see everybody. Gabriel and Joe, thanks for coming on the show. Niko, did you want to say a word about Zoom comedy? Like just what's coming up the next
week? A lot of people are worried because a lot of Zoom mics are shutting down, but I think we actually have a net increase of days of them happening because some lunatics are doing like daily ones. And I was just going to point out this one dude doing one like at 8 a.m. Pacific, like every weekday. So while there are decreasing some, we're going to keep having them. We're still doing it. Running sets is a blast. I did a bunch of live stuff this week. I had a really good time. But if I hadn't been working on the material on Zoom, I would not have anything to say. So I'm looking forward to keep on using it for that feedback mics, workshop kind of stuff, and then going out into live world and seeing what happens. And I look forward to meeting more people doing that too, because I got to do that this week too, and it's awesome. It's fun seeing people
Thanks,
connect.
Niko, for always coming on. We appreciate it.
Hey, can I plug something real quick? Can I plug something?
Go ahead, guys. Plug whatever you want.
This Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific, I'm going to be on a Sauce in the City, Brenda Brown show. It's fantastic. Cool. It's hilarious. I was on it Wednesday night, and luckily she asked me back, and I'm hella excited. So yeah, big shout out to Brenda Brown, Sauce in the City. If you guys ever see their productions, you should check them out. They're hilarious. It's great. It's really well run show for sure.
It's like comedy improv. I did that once, the Wednesday show. That's awesome, man.
It's great.
I'm stoked for you to do that again.
Right on.
It's fun to watch.
All right. Well, that's it, you guys. Well, for those of you watching live, thanks for sticking with us. And if you watch us on YouTube, we will be back next week on the 28th. I think we'll have, I've already scheduled Joel Klein. He's a Vermont comedian. He'll be on next week, and we have some other spots open. So, guys, if you know of anybody that wants to come on the show, or, if you're watching the show and you think you want to come on and tell us your story, come on out and do that as well. So I think it's time, Ed, to take us out. Let's just take us out. Here we go. Guys, thank you. This was the time.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Feel better, Joe.
Friday.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Nice meeting you, Gabriel.
Nice meeting you. Much
Feel
love,
better,
everybody.
Joe. Feel better.
I'm gonna dump my Moderna stocks tonight.
Do it.
All right. Good night.
Bye, everyone. Thank you again.
Bye.
Thanks again, Tommy. I appreciate it, buddy.
Joe.
Good to see y'all.
See you later.